You know what I can't stand? When people are always late. Always late to the podcast, late for dinner, late in general. I can't stand it.
Get it off your chest, boy.
It's getting to the point where I'm just like, yo, like, really? I'm not naming any names, but you know who you are.
What you call that? What are you trying to say here?
Oh man! All right. Well, before we start off this podcast late, remember, people, it's the Swish and Flow podcast, and as always, it's your boy P Plus. We got Jay.
Hey yo, what up?
We got BY.
Howdy.
And we got Lee.
What's going on, y'all?
You should have been late on that one. Like, you should have paused a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, to
That was
have
your-
dramatic effect.
That was your cue, and you ruined it. So you got anything to say, Lee?
Crickets.
Crickets. Nah. This it's my general beef. Not with anybody, but
Clearly, it's
just lateness, man. I'm telling you, I just sometimes it bothers me. It's anywhere too, right? Like even in the workplace. Y'all ever have like a coworker that just comes in late in general, and you notice it, and you're like, you're coming in on time? Does that bother you?
no.
Really?
I mean, it's whatever. If he gets his work done, he or she gets her work done. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's really progressive now. Like, people are like, especially in like different offices, some people don't even wear suits. They just wear button ups or even just regular tees or whatever it is. And as long as you get your work done, that's it.
But
That's it.
and look at like now working remotely, right?
Yeah.
And you have people with families, and they have to work, at sporadic hours because a regular work day doesn't 9 to 5 doesn't really work for them because they have kids who are on virtual learning and stuff like that. So at times you just, your day is actually, 9 to 11, 1 to 3, and then 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys must be in
I think traditionally, people.
Man, P, you're tight, man. You are so tight.
Like,
You are so tight, man. Listen, look, when someone's late, and we're talking about workplace here right now, and when you're late to your job, let's just say you start at 7:30 in the morning, you got to be at the office at 7:30, and you have someone like P, clock watching and micromanaging, right, and saying that, yo, you come in at 7:35, looking at the watch, 7:40, you looking at the watch, and giving you slack or flack for coming in 5-10 minutes late, even 3 minutes, you come in at 7:33, yo, Lee, you're 3 minutes behind. But guess what? This same person, works into his break. His break is from 9 to 9:30, but doesn't take his break until 9:15. Only has 15-minute break. He's supposed to leave at, let's just say 3:30, and works to 3:45. But then that same P manager does not say, hey, Lee, thanks for staying 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
So what about that? So it's okay for the employee to work 5-10 minutes into the break or after his work hours, but late for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and get reamed. What's up with that?
So how late is it? How late is okay?
I think in terms of a workplace.
Yeah.
In terms of a workplace, I think 5 minutes is okay. 5-10 minutes, up to 10 minutes is okay.
On the other hand, though, there's other jobs where it's dependent that you're on time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, there's like people that have to open up the store, right? On that side, like, you have to be on time. Like, that's just bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will come to your store expecting it to be open at 10 o'clock. It's not even open.
That's
yet.
different though, right? When you're opening up a store, depending on your role in the organization, if you're in a leadership role, yeah, of course, expectation is going to be for you to arrive on time, if not 5-10, half an hour before your start time.
Yeah,
because you're probably on a salary, right? Because you're in a leadership role. But when you're just I don't want to say just a staff member on the team, when you're 5-10 minutes late, you don't want to be that person that's like micromanaging, because you're going to bring down the morale of the office or your team. And just because you're calling this person out for being late 5-10 minutes, what's the big deal?
It's a big deal if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal only because if you know the work ethic of the staff member of yours,
Yeah, but
and that work ethic is going above and beyond, creating a good welcoming environment, and making and getting a job done. Number one, of course, right? But also, it's not about just production, but also the morale of the environment that you're in.
Yeah, but if it keeps
would you
happening,
rather have someone that comes in on time on the tee, if not 5-10 minutes before the start time, and feeds off a bad vibe and not have good morale, always complaining, or would you rather have someone who's always 5-10 minutes late, but always have a good
just get rid of both of them
vibe? No, you have to choose one or the other.
No, but
right?
But it's also habitual.
What's habitual?
It's a habit. You know
of
what I mean?
what?
Coming in late is it's if you make it if it's a habit, it's not a good habit to have.
Of course, it's not a good habit to have. Like
Right.
it shows that
Bad habits. You don't want bad habits in your workplace.
No, of course not. But the thing is, at the same time, it's not going to be you're always 10 minutes late. You're always going it'll be sporadic. Like you'll be
but we're talking
5,
about just
10.
in general, right? We're not talking about the work ethic of the person. It's just in general, just being late in general, right? Like it is. If it happens often, obviously that sucks. But if it happens once in a while, that's totally fine. Like especially if that person's work ethic is really, really good. Like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, sorry, BY, you want to?
No, it depends on the workplace, right?
Yeah,
it
that
depends. Like, let's say if you're working for like Google, where it's not about when you clock in, but it's just how much work you actually get done, right? It's all about production. But then if you're working, let's say, where it requires a lot of teamwork, let's say like in manufacturing or a factory, right? Where you have to be on time because each person relies on everyone else, right? So that's a complete different thing. So I think, especially with this pandemic, where a lot of places were able to go work at home and some places were not, that's the dichotomy, right? The places that were able to work from home are the ones where lateness is not as much of a as a sticking point, right? Where if you were not able to work from home, so like a lot of our essential workers, they have to be on time because there's a reliance on things. Let's say you even look at Amazon, who's all about timing. They're basically, their whole model is shaving time so that they can make more money, right? It's all about efficiency. That's where lateness would probably be penalized.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
But let's say for most of our work situations, I don't think lateness is actually eats into profits. Per se.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I would agree.
Maybe not for me, but
Depending. Depending. I mean,
For you
if you're
guys.
talking let's say in some cases where let's say if you're talking about the financial district, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you have to be on time on that because if you're not there on time, someone else is going to get the gains before you, right? In some cases,
Sure. I see what you're saying.
especially
Sure.
you talk about day trading and
Depending
stuff
on
like that, right?
exactly. Depending on, but regardless of work, how about in your personal life, being late in your personal life?
Oh, that's
No, okay, that's annoying. Especially so for me that stuff is more like
it's corny, yo.
yeah.
That
Sorry.
was pretty corny. No, it's. I always had this friend that was always late, and we'd always rag on him, and we'd always just make fun of him because
What's his name?
I can't.
I'm joking.
I cannot disclose.
Yeah, go on.
But unless I'll ask him, then I'll roast him on here. But no, yeah, he was always late, and we always ragged him. He always knew, and but at the end of the day, he's our boy. So we ride or die.
I usually tolerate it. I don't rag on people if they're late, unless it's we're doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's dependent on everyone being there on time.
Yeah, yeah. If it's just I don't know,
hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out. Whatever. If you're
doesn't
late,
matter,
you're late.
yeah,
Yeah. No, what about you, BY?
Yeah.
I know you just said, hey, you didn't like it.
The
but-
thing is, it's the person who's late, because I see it as this. It's about who are you favoring, the group or yourself, right?
Okay.
Lateness is a selfish thing, unless if you have a legit reason for being late, right? Let's say if you have certain, I'm gonna call it handicaps, right? Where
It's the caveat or whatever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
things like that, that are creating lateness for you, where it's really hard for you to do certain things, and so it just things just take a lot of time. But it is a selfish thing because you're favoring your own time rather than the time that everyone else is waiting for you.
So let me ask you this then: if that person, right, is late, or that they have a habit of being late, or whatever, they have circumstances that cause them to be late all the time, right? Should they just not even be hanging out with those people?
No, because
You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't they be like, you know what? I'm causing, I'm always gonna be late. Let me just let them hang out and do their thing and whatever. I don't need to,
It really depends on your friends, man. Like whoever you hang out, it depends on your relationship with them. Like you can tolerate the lateness.
yeah.
whatever
But
it is.
based on what he's saying, it's like it's a selfish thing.
It is selfish,
Right?
but at the end of the day, that's your boy or that's your girl, right? It's like that's your homie.
Hmm.
Like you ride or die with them. Like it doesn't matter. They come late. They come late.
Yeah, like I mean, in some cases where you can, in some cases you can tolerate, but in some cases you can just kind of kick them in the butt, right?
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
just tell them.
we're going to start. We're going to start without you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
if
see.
you don't come by this time,
Yeah.
like, we're gone.
This
right?
is why I love movie theaters, because if you set up a time, like if you set up something with some like friends and be like, let's go watch this movie. This is the time. If they late, they're the ones that lose out.
But then they're that jerk
You know
who comes in the middle of the movie walking through and like bumping through people and stuff.
Yeah. No,
They're that kind of jerk.
I like stuff like that where it's like you set up something and if they're late, they lose out.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you save your seats for your friends?
Yeah.
You're talking
If it's
about
a busy theater, you save your seats for your friends.
depending on how many seats. If it's just one or two, oh yes.
Have you seen those people that save like 10 seats?
Yes, I've seen that.
I hate those. I hate those people. That should have been a hater corner, dude.
But you know what? We're in a new age now. We reserve seats now.
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
I don't go to. Well, I haven't been in a movie theater in like 2 years, but still, if I were to go to the movie theater, I would go. I only
reserve.
go to the ones to reserve because I
Exactly.
don't want to be in line for the movie an hour early.
Man, I remember going to STC, going into these these films that just released, and I just thought it was so freaking annoying. Like, what the hell? Why are you saving like 5 seats when your friends aren't even here? So no, that like, especially now, I think that's a good thing that theaters did, like making it reserved and things like that.
They
So,
changed up for sure. Lee, what about you? How do you feel about friends being late? Like, personal life, your friends being late.
It's to me. I think it's fine. I think it does. It definitely is annoying. It definitely is annoying. I am a victim of that.
You're a victim of that, or
I'm a victim of being late.
Or you're the perpetrator?
I'm the perpetrator of that, and to all my friends out there, I do apologize. Put it on record. But yeah, no, I think it's
because you're always hustling.
Yes, it is definitely, you're right, BY. It is a selfish thing. So when I arrive late at certain things, I do feel like, oh man, like I made these people wait, right? Like, or it's not just, what did you say? It's
Well, you're favoring your own time over other people's.
yes, it's
right?
not just a selfish, but it's actually a disrespectful thing,
Yeah.
right? The least I can do, or at least the person who's actually going to be late is, hey, I'm going to be late, 15, 20, 30, 1 hour late, right? I think it's really disrespectful, and it's very, very selfish. So it is something, like, I'll admit that it is something that I need to work on, as an individual. But yeah, no, it's definitely something that, being late for functions, for work, for meeting up with friends for dinner or whatever, being late is actually it's not good. But what does Drake say? Better late than never. Never late is better.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's true.
Guy just
Yeah,
quoted
never
Drake.
late is better.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so
Okay, let me get you this though. Now, what? Okay, there's obviously people are late, but how about the people that don't show?
Oh,
that
that's
don't.
even worse.
What do you mean? So
Like you'll make plans and then they just
they flop.
they
People
flop.
that flop.
The
Oh,
floppers.
the floppers.
The floppers, yeah, that's the floppers. That's a good question. I think the floppers are the ones that you give them, like, maybe, you ask them out every week. Every week, they, like, for if it's 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, then you kind of get the cue, and yeah, they'll still be my boy, but then obviously I'll be like, okay, there's that pattern. I'll just ask them once a month now instead of once a week.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think it's okay because we don't know what's going on in
with
their
lives.
personal
Yeah,
life,
you're
right? I
you're
don't want to, and maybe I don't have the right to really ask at that moment, but it's but yeah, no, the floppers are. It's to me it's okay. I'm okay with it. Anybody doing whatever is like to each their own, but yeah, try not to be late. It's actually a bad habit.
So it's the annoying part is the flip floppers,
Mhm.
right? It's like some people who aren't able to commit because they have whatever things, right? Whether they have a busy job or busy life or whatever,
Yeah.
who aren't able to commit. But it's the annoying ones are the ones who commit and then all of a sudden just flop on you,
Yeah.
and that's really annoying. And that's disrespectful.
I agree. I think, yeah, I don't know. Don't you feel like when someone flops on you, don't you like get this like negative? I don't know. How do I put
Of course it's negative.
this? What's the like? Do you like? You feel very let down.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Disappointed.
the-
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
100%.
That's good. Yeah, I'm just taking what you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah. It's. I think now that I'm older, I don't get as disappointed. But
I think now that I'm older, I get more disappointed.
oh,
Because
really?
all my friends are adults.
Yeah, but
you
I'm
have
more
your respons-
understanding at that point because
No. When I was younger, I was like, well, it doesn't matter, man. I'm a kid. Like, I'm a
Oh.
teenager. I'm like, it doesn't matter. But now that I'm an adult, and you've learned, you're an adult. You have responsibility. If you're not gonna make it, don't just tell me.
Oh yeah. I hear you. Okay, well, yeah, no, I mean, it's disappointing, but I mean, I think everybody's in agreement with that. Or even like listeners would probably like. I don't think anybody is against that.
No, for sure. I
Ever.
think that's like one of the. Just don't treat your friends.
Take them for granted.
Don't take them for that.
Take
Took
them
the
for
words out of my
granted.
mouth. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Well, since we're all in agreement with that, we're gonna move on to the next topic, and I'm gonna bring up something. Me and Lee, we had a conversation like 15 years ago, or maybe even longer than that. Actually, we're at HQ.
Headquarters.
Headquarters, yeah. We used to call this place headquarters, and we used to go there.
Wow, you can't share the headquarters with us.
Should we share? Should we tell them what headquarters is?
If you didn't know, you still don't know.
I feel like it's Regino's.
No. HQ. Back then at Midland and Steeles, the Tim Hortons there.
Yeah.
It used to be like hype.
It's popping.
It was
Yeah.
and so we would hang out there, and
That was a spot.
yeah, we would hang out there, grab a
Yeah,
drink.
the
whatever,
Wendy's
and
Tim
just-
Hortons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hang out there, chit chat till like
Oh,
early morning, like
HQ.
until 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
easily, yeah. So we we called it HQ.
HQ.
That was HQ, man. And so a long time ago, we had this conversation about so North Korea. All right, and North Korea.
Okay, I don't like where this is going. but okay.
This is we'll see how this goes, but North Korea, Kim Jong Un's father,
Kim Jong Il.
you're right? Kim
He's too
Jong-il,
ill with it.
right? He was basically on his deathbed, or I think he had. I don't remember what he had. Maybe
Yeah.
cancer or something like that,
Yeah.
right? And
That shows our age, by the way.
we had some wild conversations back in the day, but Lee had this prediction that within the time he was sick, he would basically start World War III.
Now we're here.
And now
And
we're
no
here.
World War III.
And
Thank
so-
God.
Yeah, thank goodness. But I wanted to. We're not going to talk about that specifically.
Okay,
But,
I was about to say, like, this guy's gonna get into.
but I was thinking about this topic, and I was thinking, well, we can have fun with this. But if hypothetically speaking, if the world was to end, how do you think the world would end? So that's the
When the Detroit
topic.
Pistons win another championship.
That's it. Then the world's gonna end. Oh man, but I guess I'll start off just to because you guys are hearing this for the first time. So, You know,
Better
so,
not be lame.
what? So now I gotta come up with a good one.
Yeah.
Unlike,
You have to come out strong.
well, I'm not. Look. I'm not gonna talk about the sun. That's what I'll tell you
Oh
right
my
now. So-
goodness. All right.
Sun slander.
All right.
But yeah. So if the world was to end, I think the world would end through global warming. No.
Boring.
Psych. I'm gonna take that.
Boring.
That was a shot at somebody.
Okay.
No, but if the world was to end, I actually think if I had to guess, I would actually think it's a World War III. I actually think a World War III would
Is
end
there
the world.
specifics, or you just think World War III?
Well, if I had to break it down, I would say the world would be like China and Russia and maybe a few other places versus like the U.S. and
I love
Canada.
how you pick communist countries.
And
dude.
yeah.
Well, they're typically aligned.
You could
right?
have picked any other country but those two.
And I think there would just be, because you know how like all these countries have nuclear weapons, right?
I mean, everyone has nukes.
yeah, and I think if one goes off, everybody's going off.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's game over. So yeah, that's my I don't want it to happen. Let me just state that. But if I had, as a hypothetical, I think that's how it would go.
So you're thinking it'll be some catastrophic, like
Just
an
nukes.
arms race of nukes.
Yes.
So everyone just nukes everywhere.
Bombing everywhere. Yeah. There'll be
And
craters.
and that's how the world will end.
yes.
So that means no more humans.
Yes.
So do you think? I mean,
So this is the end to the human race. That's what you're talking about.
Correct. Yeah.
Not the world will end. Because technically the world can still
not
survive.
the planet, obviously.
okay.
I'm talking about the human race. Yeah. Yeah.
nukes.
Yeah, no, I think nukes would do it, man. Like we're because you got the radiation after, like the lands will be uninhabitable.
Well, what about all the bunkers? What about all
No,
these people
so,
that made
yeah.
these bunkers?
You can only last
in-
so long. Yeah.
What do you
watch-
mean last so long?
We watch so many of these like TV shows and movies where most of the population is gone, but there's going to be some survivors.
Nah, no one survives.
No one survives.
What?
Not in my hypothetical situation.
The only way nobody survives is if the meteor hits again. Another meteor hits. That the big ass meteor that killed all the dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, that's a
Trust
maybe.
me, there's these
maybe,
bunkers that you don't even know about. Like there's some people that obviously there's those shows, the Doomsday
preppers,
whatever. Yeah, they show them, but there's probably people the U.S. government probably has, or the Canadian government probably has some crazy ass bunker somewhere.
Yeah.
Just for Justin Trudeau, man.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you,
Well, you know what? Bezos is going to be in space. He's going to be the last of us.
yeah, and the human race will continue.
Again, I'm going hypothetical here, but well, all right, let's hear what you guys think. What do
Yeah,
you
man,
guys,
you already made fun of me, so it's hard
No.
for me. It's hard for me to it's hard for me to introduce the science into this. You know. All right. Since
Go.
you guys love to, since you guys love to make fun of me, but the sun is a star. The star will explode.
So you think the sun is gonna explode?
But
It will. It will explode.
What's going to happen to your solar power?
It's gone. It's gone. There's no more solar power because the world ends. No, it literally every star in the world in the universe will explode at one point. Will
Well, like actual boom.
yes.
Okay.
The stars that you see in the sky, we see them like light years later. Some of them are already exploding. We don't see them. I mean, so we see them like light years after they've exploded.
After they've
So some of
exploded, I see.
the stars in the sky, they're already probably gone already.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the sun is a star. It's a fact.
Yeah.
The sun will explode. And other than that, I think humans will always find a way to survive. 100%.
But what if the sun explodes? How are we gonna survive?
No, that's how the world will end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I
okay,
meant
seriously,
any
yeah,
other
yeah.
thing, whatever it might be, the World War III, like you said,
Yeah,
nukes. They'll find a way to survive.
Oh, you okay? I
There will
see what
be
you're
some
saying,
people who will adapt.
Exactly.
yeah. Nah, I don't think so. But you're giving humans too much credit. But anyways,
What? The will to survive, the humans, that's the one thing.
I don't think. No.
Yeah. All those people who easily get sunburns,
Yeah.
those are the people who will survive. Because they've adapted to a world without the sun.
There you go.
I see. What you're, oh,
The
okay.
indoor, the nerds.
Yeah. All the people in their mom's basements, they're gonna survive.
Shout out to you guys. You guys are pulling it together. You guys are gonna pull it together
Pulling it together.
You guys are gonna pull it together for the human race.
Oh man. All right, BY, what do you got? Don't tell me you're on board with the sun.
No, you gotta
No.
have something different.
No,
Don't steal my
it's-
shit, bro.
It's global warming.
I knew it.
Oh my god! And that's gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, because it's gonna create all these like massive like tsunamis, hurricanes, all this like dangerous natural disasters, right?
Yeah, but what are the bunker people?
Yeah, they can stay in their bunker.
Tell me, which one is more survivable? Climate change or World War III?
Which more survive climate change?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna happen.
I agree with you. I think global warming will happen, and whatever it might be, whatever the repercussions will be, it will be bad. But I still think humans will survive.
But you know what? Know what's gonna happen before that?
What?
Jesus is coming back, guys.
Hey.
Jesus coming back.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And I'm gonna see you. See you guys. I'm going up.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So global warming. All right, Lee, what do you got?
Shoot me the question again. Sorry, what's the question?
If
This guy fell asleep, dude.
I know, if the world, like, hypothetically speaking, if the world was to end, meaning the human race was to be wiped out, how would it happen?
Speaking of sleep, I saw this movie where they couldn't sleep anymore, and that's how the world ended.
Oh, there's a movie about that. Yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. That was
yeah.
a stupid concept to me, but yeah. What do you got, Lee?
Everyone's gonna be late.
I love how Lee. I came up with this topic because Lee thought of World War III was gonna happen, and he can't come up with anything right now.
I think it's going to be a combination of things. I don't think it's going to be one thing that will wipe out the human race. Jay, just to address, like, I'm going to go not on what Jay's saying. Jay's is obviously, it is going to happen. The sun is going to blow up. It's going to explode at one point in time. But in terms of our existence as of right now, I think our human existence will actually be wiped out before the sun explodes.
Okay, with what?
Right. So it's going to be a combination of things. So it's going to be a combination of I think it's going to be in terms of from our food. I think it's going to be really very subtle. It's not something that's catastrophic like nuclear bombs and World War III, piecing and global warming. Global warming is a natural Earth cycle, right? You have it goes into the ice age and then it goes to the heating part. So it's a natural Earth cycle. So two things.
Bang bang.
But also, the ice age killed off a lot of people. That's the thing.
Right. So those are two natural things that will happen over many tens of thousands of years, right? So that's not realistic. So the most realistic from the three opinions that you guys came, probably P would be the closest. But I think it's gonna be a combination of things. I think it's gonna be very subtle, and I don't think it's gonna be like right away. So like for example, the food, like a lot of printing, right? Food is gonna start we're printing food now, right? I think a lot of you are what you eat, and I think it's gonna come through a lot of the like.
So we're gonna die.
GMOs, right?
We're gonna die because of McDonald's.
Yeah, like
The food is gonna kill us.
I think it's going to be the food, the environment. So, like for example, the emissions and you know,
that's global warming.
That's global warming.
no, but like it's not through global warming per se. You're saying global warming like there's going to be a lot of like
Catastrophic.
The heat,
Well, that global warming is created by emissions and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, man-made.
but that's still a natural Earth cycle to me. That's still a natural Earth cycle. I'm talking about what we're doing. Like so, the food that we're eating, because in this day and age, right, everyone is so busy. They're eating processed food, right? They're not really eating, Beyond Meat and those veggie meats and whatnot. But I think it's gonna.
How does that kill everyone?
So capitalism is going to kill us.
capitalism.
I mean, it's already killing us, but yes. But how does it kill the human
not
race?
necessarily-
That's
not-
capitalism.
I think it's gonna be more subtle. Like I think there's gonna be like even though medicine is advancing, technology is advancing. I think things like that will actually be counterintuitive. So like like we're supposed to live longer, but I think because of like through different types of I just think it's gonna be because of I think there's gonna be another breed of existence as opposed to human beings.
Whoa, this guy just turned everything upside down and flipped it and reversed it. I don't know how to.
Okay, so wait.
Missy Elliott.
So
I think the
so there's gonna be a
the
new
life,
breed of humans.
the life that we I don't see an end on the world per se. I just think that it's gonna be a transition into a different type of existence in this world that we live in.
Interesting.
So we won't be around to see that. We won't be around. I don't think the sun will explode. Right? I don't think it's gonna
in our lifetime, no, for sure.
Something else is gonna happen.
It's like thousands. I don't even know how many years it is. Like thousands of years before the sun.
More millions of years. By the time we reach that time, like us human beings with eyes to see, nose to breathe, and certain things like that, I think we'll probably morph into something else. That's
okay, so you're saying the end of the human race.
It's going to be very subtle. You won't notice.
It's actually no more it's not Homo sapien. It's going to be Homo sapien.
Superior.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say no more homeless people, but go on.
No, yeah. So it'll be a different. So you're actually saying human race. Technically, they're not gone, but it's just they leveled up.
Yeah, so it will be like morphed into something else.
Shout out Waterworld.
You're gonna get gills.
I love Waterworld. That's a great movie. But yeah.
Really?
Yo,
Really, you don't like that?
Waterworld was epic, man.
I agree. I love Waterworld.
No. I don't agree.
Wait, that's exactly what happened. That was global warming. The water just
it's just all water. But yeah, that's an interesting take. I'll give you that, man.
That is a trick. Interesting.
We will adapt and mutate.
Yeah, like back in the day, what is it called? Those the cavemen,
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals, yeah, Neanderthals. Morphed like eventually. Now we're where we are right now.
Yeah.
So I think somehow with whatever the food and the environment that we're in, technology, all that, we'll be able to.
I agree with you, and that's why
something else.
And that's why I said we will be progressive until the sun explodes. But even then, we'll probably progress until like we get a ship and we go to another planet, right?
Yeah.
So is that actually the end of the world?
This is a conversation that Elon Musk and we had.
Yeah.
It's not long ago. That's why I'm kind of sharing you guys a little bit of tidbit.
Yeah,
if you didn't know now,
we should tell Elon Musk.
You heard it here first.
Change the design of the Cybertruck.
I'll let him know that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's interesting for sure. Now that you brought that up, like, you really think humans can evolve?
Yes,
absolutely,
100%.
Like, I mean, I'm talking about physically evolve.
Yeah.
To what though?
I mean, we're already seeing that, right?
How could we evolve? Like, I don't see it personally, but
what do you mean from Neanderthals to us now?
But I don't believe in that.
Decades ago, there were hardly any interracial marriages, right? But now you see a dark-skinned person with blue eyes, right? That's already a start, right? That's that. If you want to point to one thing, how people start more start changing up. And whatever genetics and stuff.
I mean, from outside of being a human.
Outside of being human, like what?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Like just like human features. Those are all human features. Like I'm assuming that you're saying we could morph into something that is outside human features. Correct?
You're just gonna have to live long enough to see that.
Yeah.
So okay, this is a question, kind of tangent. So
yeah,
will we morph into something better, or will we morph into something worse?
No, we'll morph into something that we need.
So, like, because given that we have
whatever is coming at us, climate change, new radiation, we have tougher skin, so we can
I see
take the radiation.
Okay,
we have to be adapted, right?
Yeah. So our skin will become harder or something like that.
Whatever, man. We have filters or some shit.
Yeah, true. Because like I'm just thinking like because we are so reliant on technology, and we're going to be even more reliant on technology. Will our bodies be more fit? Per se,
that's a good point.
Or are we going to degrade and start to have all this
or just get
technology
fat.
integrated into us?
I think
just get fat like
for
Wall-E.
the better.
I think and be like Wally.
I think we'll morph into something better. Like we'll be even more advanced. So there'll be like some kind of chemical technology that we inject into our genetics, where we'll be able to do certain things.
So you're not telling me right now there's scientists in the world right now that are trying to advance the human race. There's got to be.
There are.
Yeah,
There
there's
are,
got to be.
for
They're,
sure.
they're trying to advance.
I mean,
everything.
I mean, if they're doing it illegally because I don't think you.
Yeah,
do
of course,
illegally, yeah.
But 100% people are trying to push that. Push the
Limits.
ceiling. All right.
I
Push
mean,
the ceiling of
like-
human capacity or
Like,
whatever.
I
it
can
might
see
be.
what you're saying in terms of, like my I just can't wrap my brain around the physical human body changing from what it is right now.
Well,
Like when I mean changing, I'm talking like real like
Well,
if
well,
our
you need to-
skin becomes scaly.
But you need to
You know,
appreciate
stuff like that.
You
But
gotta go back to just appreciating where we are right now as human beings. Like I said, eyes to see, nose to smell. You need 5 fingers. Why do you need 5 fingers? Why do you need nails? Appreciate what we have right now and understand that we have legs to walk. If we understand that, then anything's absolutely possible
here we
for us
go,
to
here we
Wait,
go.
morph
wait,
into
wait.
something
Anything's
else.
possible.
But wait, why? What?
yeah.
Right?
Why do you
Yeah.
like Waterworld and then not believe that we could change into something like that?
No, but it's a movie. It's different. Not-
So you don't think that could happen?
no, not in real life. Not in real life. I love the idea of it, but not in real life. Yeah.
well, this is all about like whether or not you believe in evolution, right?
Yeah, I
And
don't.
So whether you believe that again Neanderthals or apes turn into Neanderthals, which turn into humans as we see today, the one thing I can say that humans have progressed is life expectancy,
Yeah.
right? Through technology of medicine and all that stuff, our lives have been prolonged. Where in some cases we're healthier, in some cases we're not healthier, but we've been able to support our non-healthy lifestyles, right? Through technology.
So wait, if you don't believe that people things can adapt or whatever it might be, what happened to the dinosaurs? You guys believe in dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
what do
so-
you mean? What like?
So the
yeah, go on.
dinosaurs, obviously the meteor hit, right?
Okay.
Right. So now, basically, dinosaurs are lizards. They adapted because they had to be smaller,
Yeah. So you're saying that dinosaurs became lizards?
which they are. No,
Not necessarily.
I
no,
mean,
no,
you
there's-
guys,
there's-
you guys can take this.
animals.
I don't know
Animals.
if I
There's
wanna
so many
take
different
this.
kinds of animals, right? There's
yeah.
so many.
I mean, they were able to adapt, right, because of the meteor.
I don't think.
No,
I
they
don't
all
think.
got wiped out.
I don't believe that
didn't
lizards
adapt.
were their grandfathers or great grandfathers,
Yeah,
whatever
well-
ancestors are dinosaurs per se.
Yeah.
I think when eventually what we have we are where we are right now, it was like a package deal, right? There's going to be a human, there's going to be a male and female human being, and there's going to be all these different kind of animals, and that's what's going to happen on this earth at this time, at this point in time, from a bigger picture before dinosaurs. Right, and so what are we talking about?
I don't
right
know.
now?
I don't know, man. I'm just.
No, but yeah, what point were you trying to get
I'm just saying that
across?
obviously.
Oh,
this
you're
is
saying
from-
so? Let me see if I'm getting this right. You're saying because dinosaurs were able to evolve and adapt, why
Yeah.
can't humans do that? Am I correct?
Exactly.
there? Oh, okay.
because they're
I
also.
mean, it's a good point. It's a good
They're
point
also
you make.
they're also like organisms. They're they're.
Yeah. I just think humans are just they're the only species that's unique and built a certain way, and they can't. It's just that you can't go outside. That's what I believe, that they can't go outside of that.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's
Like,
your opinion,
hey,
right?
Well-
if I'm wrong, poke holes. Let's hear it.
Well, look at what different races are.
Yeah, but that's just skin color.
No, but that's also
Okay,
melanin and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some people get skin burnt when they're lighter. When you're darker, you don't get sunburnt, right? And it's based off you those people. If let's say if you move to Africa, right,
Okay.
and there's a lot more sun there, your skin gets darker and you're more resistant to the sun per se,
Yeah.
right? Getting burned by the sun. That is a form of evolution per se, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That you have technically evolved according to your
Climate.
your environment, climate. Yes.
Okay, that's a good argument. But I like when I think about evolving, I'm thinking I think we had this conversation before where if you know how a pirate was able to attach a pogo stick to the leg. No, I don't know
Peg
what
leg.
it's called.
That's just
A peg
amputees.
leg, yeah, right? Like, yeah, sorry.
That's just an amputee.
Right, but I'm saying if we were to to integrate like say machine into our bodies, then we're talking okay. Now I'm thinking now we could really evolve. But if we're talking about just organically, it only gets to a certain point.
It'll take 1,000 years before there's any sort of like any evolution or anything like that.
Yeah, like I don't think we would get to a point where we could organically have like 4 arms. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I think it's not gonna happen with us as humans unless
you never know. We're not gonna be alive to see it, right? So it's like you could guess whatever it might be. It could happen. Anything is possible.
If you didn't know, now you know.
But yeah, no, I mean I don't know. Maybe I'm the most pessimistic guy here when it comes to humans, but I just don't see it.
The one thing that humans want to do is survive.
I'm not saying they can't survive.
They'll do anything to survive.
I just don't think they could evolve. That's the thing. From a physical standpoint. Like outside of like taking what do you call it, steroids, stuff like that, like sure, but like I don't think you could change your body to the point where you could survive everything. You know what I mean? Like
so let's say for example,
like if you have gills, like water roll, for example.
Let's say for example, humans going to Mars, the gravity's harder or like stronger, right?
Well, it's not stronger, but yeah,
not stronger or like less.
Yes,
right.
Less gravity.
But
yeah,
your body, I feel like if they've lived there for thousands of years, your body will adapt to it. Or if your body's been in space for whatever how long, obviously your kids and kids and kids and kids are going to develop a certain resistance or adaptive thing to it. So that's a form of, I would say, evolve. So I think it'll happen. I think we'll change to anything, whether it be icy age and we grow hair. Well, I mean, we have hair on our skin, right? But it's just not thick,
hair.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It really depends on what it is. Sun will still take it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at some of it can be measured by athletics, right?
Yeah, that's
So, like, look at in terms
PEDs,
of the
man, all
fastest
PEDs,
people in the
yo.
world are typically from certain parts of the world, whether
well,
it be
like
Jamaica,
which one? Oh, okay.
right? They typically produce the fastest people in the world.
They're not from England and stuff like that, right?
No, they're all like from Jamaica. Like even
Wait, don't we have
Andre DeGrasse.
Yeah, but he's
he's
Canadian.
He's of Jamaican descent, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
Caribbean
okay.
descent, I think. And I think it's from Trinidad.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Why they all come from one area,
That's a good question.
right?
I don't know. That's
Even
good.
like
That's a very
the
good
long
question.
distance runners,
Yeah.
right? Long distance runners are all from the African continent.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah,
it's
a lot of them are.
It doesn't watch the Olympics. That's why.
no. Well, come on. You're talking about the best ones, or you talking about just in general?
Yeah, the best
Oh, okay.
long distance runners.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. If you say the best ones, then okay, I agree. But everybody,
Because
obviously
those
comes-
are whether it be grown out of adaptation of their surroundings or whatever. That's how. So that's the display of the human. Again, this is human athletics, right? Where you don't have technology really compensating for things.
Yeah, but that could be food too, right?
I mean, yeah, but you do that, but there's a difference between me and Usain Bolt in terms of athletics.
Right.
Even
yeah,
if I try my darndest and I train,
yeah.
I'm not going to be able to run like him.
He's just
the
physically-
fastest for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like so I get what you're saying. I agree with you guys, but I'm going like extreme. Like I don't think we could evolve to the point where our skin can handle what's that
Radiation?
Radiation as an example.
Well, we haven't been exposed to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all die. No one's gonna be able to survive
no,
it.
there will be. It's if you believe in Charles Darwin and natural selection. There might be some people who survive, and that's the one who will reproduce and grow more people who will be resistant to radiation.
Obviously, he doesn't believe in natural
Yeah, I
selection.
don't.
So
That's all. Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
think
that.
it's a survival of the fittest, right? Like if you want to survive, you're gonna freaking survive, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I agree with the natural sentiment that humans want to survive and want to naturally, there's that instinct, right, to obviously survive in any situation, right? So I don't disagree. It just I'm
It's hard to
talking
believe
like
for you. It's hard to
really
believe for you.
extreme.
It's hard to
yeah.
believe for you. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Just really extremes. Just based on what I've seen. Like I don't think,
Bro, la,
you know?
you're just not open minded. Just be open minded.
I stated. I said I'm more pessimistic than you guys.
I know,
to a
but
certain
you just
extent.
got to be more open minded. Is what I'm saying.
Well, maybe if you come on time, I will be.
You still up in your feelings about that, bro, la.
That was good. That was good, Pete. That was good. You get a little jab.
No, but yeah, no, it's an interesting conversation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably in the same court as you guys in terms of humans involving, right? So,
Bro, la.
but yeah, no, I mean, wait, Lee?
No, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think it just sounds more like you're just a little bit envious about you not being able to see that through, right? Like you want to see that through, but you're not able to because we're not going to be living that long.
It would be really cool to see how we change.
Exactly. So people that were alive, BC, right? 5,000 BC.
Hold on, I'll be able to see it.
Yeah, well,
I will be able to see it. No, you said I won't be able to see it.
You won't see it
I'll be Jordan BY, so I'll be able to
you
see
won't
it.
you won't be able to see it in your human being in your body.
Got it. Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah.
But I think it's inevitable for it to happen, and we just won't be able to be around to see it happen. Just like people 5,000 years ago, they will never have imagined us, living the life that we have right now.
Eating McDonald's, dude.
Eating McDonald's.
Never imagined.
Yeah. No. Okay.
McDonald's only been around for what, like 60 years only.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine McDonald's in 1,000 years, dude.
Exactly.
You think it's gonna get better?
It's all gonna be Soylent Green.
Soil and green.
Soil and green. There's no more. Like you said, after the
global warming.
global warming.
Global warming.
It's a reset. Hard reset.
Yeah, we're all gonna be eating the same mush made into. It's all
geez.
gonna be
Fertilized.
GMO. It's gonna be,
Fertilized by your own shit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, no, but we might be printing food, like Lee was saying.
No, but what if the global warming is going to wipe out all the technology? There's no more internet, no more thing. It's just your shit and whatever you can find to eat.
And then we'll have to rely on solar.
Oh,
energy.
and Twinkies, because those last forever, right? Supposedly.
Yep.
And then we'll have to rely on solar energy.
See?
This
Full
guy's-
circle.
Yo,
Full
Pete,
circle.
He's trying to take shots at everybody.
Yeah, full circle, man. Full circle.
Oh man,
Keeping tabs, man. He's got a list going there.
I got a list.
All right, so what's Haters Corner?
I got a hit list. Whoa, hold on. I think. Wait, anybody want to go this week?
No, you're.
This is
it's
you.
up to
This is you.
It's up to you today, man.
I already stated it actually.
Late people.
Yeah, that's right. Lay people. My haters corner.
Oh,
was,
stealth
was-
haters corner,
that
eh?
was- That was stealthy. That was
Under the
me.
radar.
I started it off with haters corner
Oh,
today.
okay,
That's
okay.
what I
Meow,
did.
meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow.
but yes, people. That was haters corners. Late people. So, but yeah, I think we can end it off here, guys. Maybe we will evolve.
Hey, that's what I want to hear, man.
And
Possibility. Anything is possible.
Maybe we
Anything
will,
is possible.
Kevin Garnett.
Nothing is impossible.
We will evolve as the podcast goes on. That's what I was thinking.
We won't evolve to next week because unfortunately we will be taking a hiatus.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm taking a week off.
Yeah, to reset our minds. We're going to evolve into a better podcast when we come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
So yeah, we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. All right. See y'all.
Peace.
Good night.